Storyboard, we start with an establishing shot of our location, which is in the dark room. Is that a zoom? Yeah, it zooms in into the room, so it shows like the audience is walking through the door. And then we go into like close-up shots, just so you know, like you get a feel of what's going on in the scene and the developing of the photo. And then we're introduced to the character through that.
Mm-hmm.
And
then during like the sequence of scenes, we're focusing on we're doing a lot of close-up shots of like action she's doing, and we're highlighting the sounds in which they're making, so it naturally makes the audience feel on edge, which kind of represents the starting of the film, and have an idea of what it's about.
Yeah, like shown in this, you've got like the scratching and the tap dripping. Then is that graphic match?
Yeah, and then we're graphic
going
matching
into the next scene, which is a flashback. So it just like gives a smoother transition. I've got these in the wrong order.
Well, the rest of our the story of our film is about basically this photographer witnesses a crime. Of like a kidnapping, and she like starts to develop the film and the photo, but later on in the film she's trying to solve the crime in which what happened, and she finds out that she's actually crazy, and she hasn't actually witnessed this crime. So yeah, we decided to make it a bit plot twisty.
Yeah, and when we're introducing the second character, who's like the mysterious one, we don't show any faces, so it keeps the identity concealed from the audience, which creates mystery.
Yeah, which gives an idea of what the genre is. There's mystery and crime.
Thriller.
And thriller. Yeah, we have a sequence of about 26 shots. Showing the flashback and the developing of the photo, which we have like a close-up of the camera clicking, showing the reflection of what's happening in the camera, so you don't have a direct idea of what's happening, and you don't actually see what's on the photos, because obviously it's in her mind and she doesn't actually see it, so it creates quite a bit of mystery there for the audience as well. Script. We decided to start a script as an internal shot of the door outside the darkroom. It says the darkroom door has a sign on it saying darkroom. The door is a slight grey colour, and the camera zooms in and focuses on the sign, which gives an idea of the location in which it is.
And throughout we don't actually have a lot of dialogue. We just focus mainly on the little sounds, which make it more intimidating and quite like build up the tension in the scenes.
And almost dramatic as well.
Yeah.
Questions?
I would start from a different way.
So, what is your main protagonist, and why have you chosen to represent your protagonist in that manner?
Our main protagonist is a female. She's like one of the main characters in the whole thing. There's not many characters involved.
Does she have a name?
No, not yet. Does she?
Susan.
Of all the names.
Yeah, we've decided to go against the conventions of her being the main character, because we just thought, like, with modern day films focusing on more females now, or maybe the equal, we thought it'd be quite good to
represent her as the main feature rather than like a male who usually takes on the role of like solving the crimes and that.
So do you have any male characters?
Because you know nowadays in film, you have a lot of, when there's a female character, there's always going to be a love interest. Does your film have a love interest?
No,
so she's a solid female lead with no love interest.
Mm-hmm.
Very
the only male character that we do have is the kidnapper. So the bad guy is the male, which goes towards the conventions of the film because they're usually more threatening and violent.
Yeah.
Does he have any like?
We have no question. Do you have any like colour schemes or moods that you'd like to portray in your film?
Well, the first couple of scenes are going to be quite dark, like the flashbacks.
The flashback's going to be like, what tint are we having on it?
like we're having like a is it an orangey tint?
Like a yellow kind of, just to show, like, symbolise blue.
Yeah,
that
see
it's
the
not
change.
in the same
Yeah.
time frame.
And I think we're going to have her, because obviously in the dark room the light is naturally red, so that also portrays danger and almost like foreshadows the future and the events of the film.
Any more
Any
questions?
questions?
How many characters are there total in the film?
Well, with most, like, there's only one main character, but
In the opening sequence there's 3 characters.
yeah, 3 characters in all. But of course she's going to go to the police and like show the photos, so there'll be like other less main characters then. But yeah.
What
only
genre
3
is your
film?
film?
Thriller and mystery.
Thriller and mystery.
Is your film linear or non-linear?
I've forgotten which one was it.
It'd be non-linear in the first bit because it jumps from like to the past and then goes back to the future.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
And do you have any inspirations for the film? Like, do you have any like directors that film to the style you want to film?
Well, we more focused on other films that were like it, so
Karen.
like we focused on
Identity,
which is
which is
kind
also
of
like
like
a thriller mystery.
Yeah.
As well.
and
Follows the same kind of narrative.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Cut.